Yo YouTube everyone, welcome back to the channel, and today we're going through a very popular topic: how to win with any teammates. You guys want to sit back, relax for this one, because we're going to be going through a deep dive of some gameplay and showing you guys exactly what to do when maybe your teammates just aren't quite up to scratch. Now there could be many factors, okay? They could be getting the kills but not getting the rotations. They could be rotating and getting hill time but they just can't shoot their gun. So many factors. We're going to be going through it in this gameplay and seeing what we could do to hopefully help us improve. Now starting off on the P1, we're going to go through, make this guy one shot, and we're going to use some of the mechanics that we spoke about in an earlier video to kind of camera him, go through, we get the first kill, and right now, you know, it's not too bad of a situation. We jump around the corner. I meant to do the short jump there and basically take his head off, but I actually ended up missing a lot of shots there, so that's on me, that's my mistake. But now what we want to do is try to get some spawns and try to push for P2. My teammates get 3-piece with myself included, and now we're not in a good spot because they got the rotations. We're trying to go through and we're trying to keep it as mixy as possible. Now luckily, very luckily, I don't know how, but we were able to sneak through and we're able to play our life. So we're going to go through the back here, and my main focus is just to keep alive, just see what we can do. We push through, we spot a guy in the middle, and right now with this kind of map control, the map position we're in now, I'm looking at the mini map, right, and I notice my teammates on the right. So what I'm going to do is push through and just see if we can basically hold off this first wave. As soon as we get this first wave of kills, I'm like, okay, now we're good to go. But the problem is no one's on the back stairs. So you see on my left right there, you actually want somebody on those stairs, because what those stairs do, as you see I just died from them, is those stairs actually block the spawns. So because nobody was on the stairs, even including myself, I wasn't on there, what happens is you end up losing the spawns, and essentially, well, yeah, they kind of spawn close and they're able to get the hill. So that was our first big mistake. But one thing I've noticed, that guy just naded himself. You know what, man, I feel bad for him, man. He tried to chuck a nade using equipment and he just killed himself. So I can't lie, I started laughing in the middle of the game when that happened. I was like, if I lose to this guy, man, I've really lost it all round. I need to win this game. So we go through, and what's happening now is I feel like, you know, I can't really get a sense of location for this first map of what's going to happen. I don't really know how my team's playing, so it's quite early stages. So in this kind of early progress through the match, you kind of just want to carry on playing and adapt later on. I don't feel like adapting now is really the best play because we're only 3 hard points in. We go through, we get a good stun off. That stun's going to distract them. The nade should hopefully hit them. Doesn't look like it's going to hit them. We tuck next to the door there, and you can see us just playing right next to the door there. What that did is it made him basically have to push in because he wasn't sure what corner we were going to be in. The trades go off, we get 3 down, and yeah, so far so good. Although we don't have the spawns, this is very important. We don't have the spawns, but we're able to push through the back there and basically just control the map. So I'm going to go through with dead silence, we make a play, we get a 2-piece, and that's when you need to make a play. When you have dead silence in a situation like that, 1,000,000% make a play. But this is where I could start to sense my team out, okay? Because of how much experience I have in playing the game every day and making content for you guys, I've got a lot better at kind of identifying when things need to change. And although we're winning, I realized one thing. My teammates were very kind of hesitant to rotate, and they were very much stacking in the hill. So from that kind of just hypothesis that I made when I was playing, I was like, right, they're going to be playing the hill a lot more. I need to basically push out, and I need to make sure we're getting the rotations, because I don't think they're going to be too worried about spawns, to be honest. I feel like for them it's more about the hill time. So the good thing is I can play towards that. So what that means is if I'm more of an objective based player, right now I'm going to be like, right, I'm going to let my teammates sit in the objective because it's easier for me to change than for my team to all change. And that's what you guys need to get that framework in, okay? I feel like sometimes people are kind of set in the way. So for example, let's kind of use that example I was mentioning. Let's say I am an objective player. Instead of me just purely playing on the hill, right now I'm going to look at the situation like, okay, my teammates, they need a slayer right now. They need somebody that's going to get kills, push out lanes, and get spawns. And playing as a hill player, that's not going to get that. So I need to change my playstyle because it's easier than my teammates all changing their playstyle and me sitting on the hill. So sometimes people will be like, right, I'm getting the most kills, but why am I losing? Well, that could be a reason, because maybe you're not changing your playstyle to accommodate to your team. Is it a challenge? Absolutely. But if you want to get better as a player and you really want to improve for Modern Warfare 3, then those are the changes you're going to have to make. Now, when you get more comfortable with every single role, you'll be able to identify a lot more quicker. So for now, let's focus on switching your roles and really getting you into that mindset of kind of just adapting towards your teammates. So right now we get the rotation of 2 go down, and again, my teammates are on the hill, so I'm going to use that to my advantage. Instead of complaining and be like, okay, now, you know, no one's going to hold spawns, no one's going to push out, that actually gives me the ultimate freedom. Now, me personally, I love playing this role. I love that open slayer, submachine gun role where I can push through, get kills like you're seeing now. We slide across. I absolutely love it. It's my favorite role, just being that aggressive SMG player, but you can only do it if your teammates are playing around you. If they're playing kill, you can do it. Just kind of like the Pred role on Seattle Surge, where he had a bit more objective players around him, where maybe they didn't look as good, they weren't as highlighted as much, but he was able to roam around and get those kills. And that's exactly the freedom I felt like I had this match. Now, if I was an assault rifle player playing for spawns, again, I feel like this match, this team works pretty well. But you got to think about it like this, okay? I want you to zoom out for a second, lens out of the situation, get out of the game and think, right, I'm pairing up with 3 random teammates or 2 teammates, depending on how you line up, whatever the situation may be, right? You're playing with random people. You don't know what they're going to run. So you can't just be stubborn and get into the game and be like, right, I'm going to run this role. I'm going to be the objective player no matter what. I'm going to be holding spawns no matter what. Because what happens is if your teammates aren't on the same wavelength as you and they're also doing the same thing, you're going to find 2 players playing the same position and you're going to be lacking somewhere else. So if 2 players are playing the objective and no one's going for kills, then, well, you're not going to have much slaying on the map. So you've got to mix things up and basically constantly adapt. That is my biggest piece of advice. I see in the comments all the time, like, what, I don't know what to do. I can't physically do much more. And I never think that's true. Even me and Crimson, I solo queue to Crimson. Now, I think that I've seen Havoc solo queue to Iridescent. Now, I'm not as good as him, right? But what that says to me is it is possible. Of course, it's difficult. It's not supposed to be easy, but I know it is possible to solo queue to Iridescent. I'm just not good enough yet. That's fine because I'm constantly trying to improve, but I know I'm good enough to get to Crimson. So my goal is to get every single one of you guys to Crimson, and hopefully as a community, we can grow together and get to Iridescent as a community. If that takes us to next year, then it takes us to next year. But right now, with the game being slightly even, we're down by 25 points. I noticed that, you know, something has to change here. I don't know if I'm going to switch weapons or when I'm going to switch weapons. I assume I do switch weapons to an assault rifle because this is normally the point where I like to switch. So it looks like I've not switched so far. But one thing I would say is if I could kind of go back and, you know, give some advice to myself, I would probably say get an assault rifle out, be a bit more passive on the spawns, and just try to hold those lanes. Just because I feel like that's what the game is missing right now. It's like, I'm not sure if you guys watch football or like any sport, but it's like when you make a substitution, right? It's because you want to change the dynamic of the game. That's how I feel in Call of Duty, right? It's like I'm substituting my weapon for a different weapon just to give me a different dynamic. Now, it's not that I can't play the submachine gun role, which I think I play really well, but it's that I feel like right now it might be a bit more useful running the assault rifle role. And that's what it's about, constantly improving, constantly adapting to your game plan, depending on what your teammates and your opponents are doing. But we go through, we spot the guy on the right, and you can see we're losing a lot of individual gunfights right now. We're getting frustrated. My teammate's sniping. I mean, fair enough, you got a kill, but yeah, the sniping's just not really going the way that we want it. But with 10 seconds left, this is it. This is make or break. If we go down here, the game's going to be over. So we push through, we get the first kill, we spot the second, we take him out. Now, while my teammate's pushing the left-hand side, we're going to go through, we camera the third, and that's when the individual talent comes in. If you can make plays like that, what I just did there, and really just give your team that little opening, that little boost of pressure that they need to kind of get the rest of the time, then you can really change the outcome of the match. Now, don't get me wrong, if I died there, we probably still could have broken the hill, but just that little 3-piece right there, really giving us the momentum to push through. And now we're going to play with confidence. We go through, we get the 5th, we jump around the corner, we're going to fight for the 6th, and you can see we're really taking the fight to our opponents. I get so unlucky there. I kind of just malfunctioned. I probably should have got that kill and we would have got the 6th streak. But as you can see right now, we're just doing really well. We're down by 8 points. My teammate's going to go through, 25 seconds left here, and we've managed to bring the game back basically to even. But we go through, we get one more, we spot the guy on the right, and really good shots, man. You can see I'm really doing a great job of just basically playing my numbers well. So even when I'm down in numbers, I'm doing a good job of getting the kills. This is important. We've somehow got the rotation. Now, not down to our skill, more down to our opponent's kind of lack of rotation. So now's an opportunity for us to push through, play those spawns, and really manipulate the game to our favor. So I'm looking at the minimap, okay? Constantly look at the minimap and think, what area is empty, okay? So I'm looking and I'm thinking, right, the middle area is empty and the right area is empty. Can I control both? Probably not, but I can definitely control one. So I'm going to watch the middle, back off, watch the right, and back off again. So I'm constantly switching between the two, just making sure I'm covering both angles. We spot the guy close to me. I'm actually going to back off into the hill because it's a bit like a retreat. It's kind of like an area where I know it's going to be slightly safe and I can kind of back off just to get the rest of the time here. My teammates are all pushed out. The good thing is they're pushed out, so they're going to be slaying. The bad thing is we are kind of flipping the spawns here, which is kind of a good thing in terms of the longer game if you look at the next hard point. But the bad thing is for the next 30 seconds, a lot more pressure is going to apply to us. So we go through, we take out one more. The door's going to be opening in a second here. There you go. I'm just going to try to duck out the way. If I didn't reload, I probably would have been able to get the kill, but wasn't quite the case. Now with 15 seconds left, I don't mind giving them this. As long as we can get a play on the rotation. We spot a guy in the middle, we take him out, and now I know that the enemies are going to be rotating through the left. So again, this is where you use your map awareness, you use your game skill, and you really start playing for that information. We go through, and look at that pacing right there. If I was a second late, he probably would have killed me. So we go through, able to take out one, we're making the second guy one shot, and now I'm really just have to play my life here. So we're sitting in a crazy spot. I'm making sure that the left side of my head is covered, and we're sitting in cover. Very important. We spot one, we jump out the corner, we take one out, we jump back again, go through, we get the second with a bit of luck to our side, and the third player does take us out. But we've done a good enough job to distract them, and now we're in a situation where the game's getting mixy, man. We really need to step up, and we really need to win this game. We're going to push through. I'm quite surprised I didn't change my game plan in terms of my weapon, but we're making it work right now. We're making it work. The game's very close. We jump through, we use our equipment, we take him out. Great kill there. We go across, and at this point, yeah, I kind of overcommitted there, overheated slightly. I just wasn't sure what was going to happen. But one thing's for sure, they can't win off this hard point, and that's the information you need to play for. So I'm looking at the mini-map. I'm going to chuck a stun and nade, and I'm probably going to back off. Okay, so it looks like I'm overcommitting here. I'm not a fan of that play. I'm glad I died there. I know that sounds really weird, but the reason I'm glad I died there was because I actually ended up spawning closer to the hill. Now, that was a terrible play. So when you're in a situation like that, you don't want to push the old hard point. I don't know why I did so. Just make sure you guys don't do that, especially with the situation we're in now where I was kind of like by myself. I should have rotated. There was definitely no reason to push through. We go through to the new hard point and we get an amazing shot off. I don't know how we killed him. We get quite fortunate. We're able to go outgun him there, push through. We're going to chuck our stun, chuck our nade, and it's just about using everything we know right now. So pushing through, cammering people, snaking people, using our equipment. Every single mechanic in our arsenal we need to use to our advantage, and this is so we can push out and apply a little bit more pressure to the map. So while my team's kind of suffocated in the hill, something we learned about earlier, as we mentioned, we want to push out. We want to be that kind of extra outlet that I'm just making plays around the map, getting those kills, finessing around, and just making sure that, you know, it's a lot harder for them to do. And now you can see the pressure starting to get to our opponents as the game comes to a close. We're able to push through and just get a lot more map control. But just like that, we end up losing spawns, and this is not what you want to happen. So what you want to do, okay, in a situation like this, is a few things you want to look at. One is the minimap to see where they're going to come from, and the second one is the score. I'm looking at the score, right, and I'm like, right, they need 25 seconds to win, so you need to use that kind of information to play around the hill. So I knew they couldn't win off the old hill because there was more than 25 seconds, so there was less than 25 seconds available. So we go through, we get the first kill, and I want you to notice how we're pushing. I know that they're almost about to win, but I'm not pushing through the hill. Now, if you guys can take anything from this video, it's going to be this bit here. Before I go to the hill, I'm playing for the spawns. Again, I'm keeping composed. I've been here before. I know that we're not going to lose, all right? As long as we hold the spawns, we're good to go. My teammates get through. He gets a massive two-piece. And now, not only do we have the setup, we're able to get some kills. And now, we've literally just flipped the script, okay? So we're eventually going to take the lead, and we're going to keep control of the spawns. So if you guys can take anything from this video, honestly, it's about controlling spawns. You control the map, and you control the result. Right there was a perfect example, okay? I didn't panic. I went for spawns. We got the kill. We pushed through, and just like that, we were able to get 25 seconds. I'm by myself, taking my time. 2 seconds left. We need one more second out. Again, I'm gonna wait. I'm not gonna panic here. I'm gonna wait for my teammates. As soon as they come, they can help me. We go for, we get one, instantly pre-aim the right. We take him out. We make him one shot. We get a massive shot off, and my teammates there to finish off the kill. I didn't panic. I took my time, and that's exactly how you win, no matter what teammates you have. Make sure you guys drop a like, and again, if you guys are new here, join our Discord in the description, man. The Discord's been going crazy recently, so thank you everyone that has joined the server. You guys are absolutely insane, and we're gonna carry on the content, and I can't wait for Modern Warfare 3, man. Thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you guys in tomorrow's video. Peace.